What's up everyone, and welcome back to Elemental Crafting and part 2 of my tavern series. As I said last week, I'm going to be giving this tavern away on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me over there, the link will be in the description. Now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's go get to work. Okay, so I started off by cutting up some XPS foam for the bar section. This circular piece will be used for the rounded corner. Simply cut it in half, then cut it in half again. Just use some hot glue to put it all together. I use my sculpting tool to make the wood grain. Now for the bottom section of the bar, I'm going to make some separations in the wood using my X-Acto knife and then running a pencil through it, and then using the sculpting tool to make the wood grain again. Then hot glue the pieces to the bottom. Now adding the corner piece, just basically eyeing it up, cutting it on 2 angles, and hoping it fits perfectly. Then I add these little wood embellishments to the base of the bar. Now it's time to coat it with Mod Podge and black paint. Then base coat it in a brown. Okay, now I cut up some pieces and I am going to make a wooden cabinet. for behind the bar. Coat it in Mod Podge, and then I painted it with a darker brown. Okay, we're gonna need some tables. I'm taking some toothpicks and going to cut them up and add them to the bottoms of the tables for strength. Then I'm going to slice out the wood boards on the table with my X-Acto knife, run it through with a pencil, and I'm going to add the wood grain, this time with a wire brush. Now for the legs, I'm going to take a 1/4 inch strip of styrofoam, add the wood grain, and then just cut a bunch of pieces approximately 3/4 inches and hot glue them to the bottom. It doesn't matter now if they're even. When they're all glued on, I take them over to the Proxxon and I just run it through, and you'll have perfectly even legs. Then coat them all in Mod Podge. Then I base coat them in a brown. Okay, now I wanted to make a picture frame, so I took a piece of styrofoam and I made some wood grain with my wire brush. Then went over to my Proxxon and I cut it in half. Now with my X-Acto knife, I slice out the middle, leaving just the border of the frame. And I glue them together. Then cover it in Mod Podge and base coat it with brown paint. Okay, now I wanted to make some shields that I can hang up on the walls of the tavern. So I cut a bunch of circular pieces, put some wood grain in it with the wire brush, then I used the hole puncher in some chipboard for the centerpieces of the shield. I just attach them all with hot glue. Then with my X-Acto knife, separating the boards, running the pencil through. Using a piece of double-sided tape here to tape them all down so I can cover them with Mod Podge and paint them up. I went with a golden brown for the shields. Then used a dark brown wash. Dry brushed with a suede. And used a gunmetal for the centerpieces. Okay, now I wanted to make a fireplace for the corner of the tavern. So I took a piece of 2" by 2" foam and I cut it on a diagonal. Now I'm marking out a 1/4" by 1/4" to notch out for the beam that I have in the corner of the tavern. Take that over to my Proxon and just notch out the piece. Now I have to allow for the cross beams on the top. And it fits in the corner perfectly. Now for the fireplace, I use a hot wire knife. Take out of the center of the block here. I draw in the stones. Also draw in the stones on the fireplace part. Add some texture with a tinfoil ball. And then glue them together. Now I'm going to add a wood shelf on the top. And I'm going to cover the whole thing in Mod Podge. Now with my hot wire knife, I make the chimney hole on top and draw in some more stones. Paint the whole thing with a tan. Use the sponge technique again with the golden brown and the gray. And the wood was with a brown. Now time for dry brushing and the washes. I painted the inside of the picture frame a suede and leaving it blank for whoever wins this, and they can put whatever they want inside. Now I'm going through some glass beads to make some bottles for the cabinet behind the bar. Basically, I take a smaller bead, fit it through a toothpick, a little bit of hot glue on the end, and insert the toothpick. Then I'll put a bit of hot glue on the bottom just to make it stand easier. And then when I'm done with those, I just clip the toothpick, and there it is. Nice little bottle. Now I'm just going to hot glue them into the cabinet. Now I wanted to make a fire for the fireplace, and I did that using some hot glue on some parchment paper. I painted it up yellow. And then a very watered down orange. Then I cut some sticks. And glued it all together. Now this is the part where I thought I was going to really mess things up. I wanted to add a little diode light behind the fire. So using my hot wire knife, I just made a little hole. Marked out where the battery was going to go. Notched that out with the hot knife. And it ended up working pretty well. Now I just attach the shields with some hot glue to the beams, and it's time to put this whole thing together. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to check my Instagram for the giveaway details, and don't forget to subscribe. Till next time.